Boa tarde, pessoal. Tô aqui com um novo joguinho que eu falei que eu ia trazer. Vou mudar só algumas coisas. Ele tá meio lagado aqui no menu. Primeira vez que eu entro nele. Beleza. Vou jogar o tutorial pra ver qual é. Esse menu aqui tá bem lagado o jogo. Bem estranho. E esse jogo também não... Pelo que eu reparei que ele não utiliza o DirectX. Vamos ver como é que vai ser dentro do jogo lá, né?
So, you think you can make it in the world of Constructor? Your predecessor was not up to the job. You think you can cope with the demands of the city council and the mob, let alone those annoying tenants?
I'll get it in the neck if I don't explain some of the basics to you. Your ever-important cursor is controlled using the mouse. You can push scroll the map by moving to the sides of the screen.
De boa. Tutorial bem basicão.
Well, there's no flies on you, are there? You can move the camera view around using the cursor keys. Why don't you have a look around now? You can zoom right out by pressing delete or rolling the mouse scroll wheel towards you.
Você pode dar zoom ou recuar a tela. São os terrenos do jogo, né?
Well done. You're not as daft as you look. You can zoom back in by pressing insert or rolling the mouse scroll wheel away from you. This is your HQ, centre of all things important. You'd best protect it like it was one of your own. If this burns down, it'll be curtains for you. But don't worry, we'll dig you a nice grave in the yard. Rather than standing around picking your nose, let's get going by selecting this geezer. Point your cursor at his feet and press the left mouse button.
Leonard Piercy, Foreman.
This is your foreman. You'll need him to build your property empire. He will instruct his own work team to do all the hard graft for you, whilst he files the risk assessments.
Então esse cara aqui, pelo que eu entendi, é como se fosse o gerente das paradas tudo, né? Pra construção, né? A parte de construção.
You can move him around by pointing where you want him to move to and pressing the right mouse button.
Righto, righto.
And here they come. Your workers have finally got out of bed to do some hard graft. Send your foreman to the beacon we've just placed outside the HQ entrance by pointing and pressing the right mouse button. His work team will always tag along.
Righto.
That was a long walk, wasn't it? Every foreman can have a work group of up to 5 workers. If you have a full group, they'll be far more efficient. So you'd better add 2 more workers to this guy's team. Select the flashing Work Team button and make the group up to 5 workers. Select spare workers on the right to fill the team up to 5. And then choose the flashing group selection icon to bring them together.
Righto.
Great job. You're getting the idea with these flashing icons. Now let's exit this screen.
Pelo que eu entendi aqui, esse cara aqui é como se fosse um mestre de obras, né? Esse velhinho aqui.
Right, enough of all this poncing about. Time to do some building. Let's start by placing your first building site. So let's head on over to the estate agent.
Right now, building. Let's start placing your first building in this site. Qual é o site? Esse daqui.
Righto, righto.
Pegar aqui.
The lumber yard will be your first resource,
Pegar
which is
madeira.
handy for a plank like you. Get it up and running to supply wood for your future buildings. Try finding a legal position to place the site by moving the cursor footprint around. You can tell which land you own because it's glowing your team colour.
Beleza, texto. Acelera aí.
Position the cursor over where you want to build.
Deixa eu ir a direção.
If the
Né?
cursor is red, then it's not a legal position. The arrows show which direction the gate will face. Would you look at that? A brand spanking new building site. To view the site, press the left mouse button whilst hovering over the footings.
To view this site, press left mouse button.
To start working on this building, bring your men onto the site. This can be done by simply clicking on the Call Work Team. Would you look at that? A brand spanking new
Manda lá
building
construir
site.
paradas.
To view the site, press X whilst hovering over the footings. Watch them build. It's a real delight. If these guys keep up their day job, they'll gain experience and become much more reliable. Congratulations! You have finished your first lumber yard. To restock it, move a work team into the building. The lumber yard will be your source of wood for years to come. Press the left mouse button whilst hovering over the building foundations, or click the new icon that's appeared on the left-hand side of the screen.
Righto.
To restock this resource, call the work team into the building.
Agora eu tô trabalhando.
Now, let's have you stock the building up to 10 units. To speed up wood production, you can call a second team into the building.
Tem outro mestre de obra aqui com os trabalhadores dele ali.
You've made enough of a racket, but now we've got enough wood to start building our next property. Go to the estate agent to see your new choices. There are now more choices of buildings you can create. Click on the Homes icon to see what's new.
Homes icon, onde estão os Homes icon? Embaixo.
You
As
now have
casas aqui
access
parece
to
que
3
são
low-grade
construções
tenant houses.
comerciais.
We want you to build a log cabin, which will fit neatly beside your lumber yard. You can change the selected building type by using the directional buttons. Press the left mouse button to place site. Well, that one's squeezed in nicely. Now you need to call a work team to finish the job. If your teams are busy, click on your foreman using the left mouse button and move him to the site by pointing and clicking the right button. Whilst people are inside a building, a flag appears outside. You can click on the base of his brown flag using the left button to select him. We should have this new house knocked up in no time.
Pessoal, tá de boa o áudio aí do jogo e da minha voz? O áudio do jogo tá muito alto não, só falar aí que eu vejo.
Well done! Your first home has been completed and is ready to be rented out for the first time. Building a variety of types of houses would expand your choices in the future. Congratulations on your first tenant house, even if it is a bit naff. To look inside and choose a tenant, hover your pointer over the base of the building and press the left mouse button.
Corrente para alugar ali. Vender.
This place is obviously empty. To put a tenant in this house, click on the Appoint Tenant icon. There are 5 levels of tenant, from the riffraff to the toffs. I'm afraid you're scraping the bottom of the barrel at this stage.
Ele falou aqui que tem 5 levels de família, né? Pelo visto, dependendo da construção mais moderna, mais cara e tal, acho que é só família de level mais alto que vai aceitar ir pra lá, né?
Take this dodgy looking pair. Whilst they have plenty of money, they don't breed quickly enough, and they might damage your property.
Aí eles não fazem filho toda hora.
I think it's best we use the other couple. These slobs will do exactly what we need. They'll breed like rabbits to create extra workers and tenants.
Eles fazem filhos igual coelho. Então é isso que a gente quer, pelo que o cara tá falando. Então, Black Tenant in House.
They've moved in and made themselves at home. Don't you love what they've done with the decor? You can find out what these tenants like and don't like by clicking on their picture. These slobs are the lowest level of tenant that you can get. They're good for breeding quickly, are quite noisy and can cause problems for their neighbours. But as long as you don't annoy them, they can be fairly self-contained and don't expect too much in the way of luxuries. These areas give you information about the house and its tenants. Hover your pointer over each of the areas to find out more info. Use the cursor keys to move easily between icons.
Beleza.
Currently, these guys are paying rents, but we need to expand our empire and breed more workers. Click on the worker icon to have them start breeding a worker instead. There you
Pra fazer o breeding ao invés de pagar.
Bundle of joys on its way. This display shows you how long before your worker will report for duty at your HQ.
Então eu botei pra nascer um filho, né? Entre aspas, era como se fizesse aqueles outros jogos de estratégia, né? Você cria o personagemzinho da casa principal. Aqui não, aqui você tem que construir. São os seus moradores que vão fazer o filho para ele crescer e se tornar um trabalhador, por exemplo.
To make your tenants a bit more active in the bedroom and deliver your children quicker, I suggest you upgrade their bedroom. Click on the Redecorate Rooms button.
Ele tá falando, se você quiser que o filho nasça mais rápido, né, você tem que redecorar o quarto.
There are 4 rooms in this gaff. Each of these rooms has a different benefit, such as increasing life expectancy, relieving stress, reducing repairs, and increasing birth rate, which is what we need right now. Please select the bedroom.
Selecionar o quarto aqui.
What a dump! There are several stages for each room that must be better than this. Select Upgrade Room to start redecorating.
Upgrade Room.
You will need to call a work team inside the building to complete the upgrade.
Chamar os trabalhadores para dar upgrade. Massa.
Marvellous! Your team has completed the new bedroom. Doesn't that look better? Hopefully it'll have the desired effect. Let's go back to the main screen and see how they are getting on. You will notice that the birth rate has improved.
The faster the dial goes round, the quicker the next baby will appear. Just like in real life. They do slow down as they produce more children, but the happier they are, the quicker they breed, and more rent they are willing to pay. Everyone wants a nice garden to go with their house, so let's start by improving the fence.
Melhorar a cerca em volta da
At the
casa.
moment, you only have a limited selection of fences available. This tenant particularly likes the privet hedge. Of course. Please select and purchase it. You need to get those lazy workers off their tea break and out into the yard to do some more work. Please call them back out. Each fence has a different defensive ability, as well as being aesthetically pleasing for your tenants.
Falando aqui que cada cerca tem um tipo de defesa e muda a parte estética da casa para, acho que,
That looks
influenciar
much better
nos
and will
moradores,
keep your tenant
coisa do
happy.
tipo.
Now let's leave the house and have a look around.
You can quickly see what each house is producing. Rent, workers, or more tenants, as shown by the floating icon above the house. If something else is wrong, it will be shown there instead.
Floating icon above. Ah, tá em cima aqui da casinha, essa cabecinha aqui que ele tá fazendo. Que a casa tá produzindo no momento, né?
Now we need to teach you how to look after your estates. Let's introduce you to one of our other characters, the repairman. Please select this fine
Repairman.
gentleman over here.
What do you want?
Your repairman's a right spanner. If you switch on auto repair, he will circle around all of your buildings on his current estate, repairing them one after another for you. Tidy.
Auto repair function.
Alternatively, you can manually prioritise his work by moving him inside a particular building. Once the property is in immaculate condition, he will move on to his next job.
Então aqui ele tá passando pelos lugares, né? Eu sou uma patrulha, né? Vendo o que precisa de reparo e tal. Pronto.
Hello, hello. What's going on here?
Opa, tem um
This
bandidinho
dude
aí.
looks like he's up to no good.
Você vê que o cara entra no meio da moçada e rouba. Roubou uma madeira, que pau. Enemy.
Someone has stolen some resources from your site on Katie Swallow's estate. It might not be too late to catch him and get them back.
Como é que pega ele?
Too late! He's disappeared down your tube station and he seems to have stolen all your wood. You'll need to restock that place. Get one of your teams back inside your lumber yard.
Righto. Eh?
Looks like something is kicking off in here. Let's have a look inside the house.
Uma coisa tá rolando aqui. Que fala, velho.
Some people are never happy. They've sent a complaint letter to the council. Click on their heads to see what's wrong.
Click on the heads. Qual cabeça? Cadê? Essa cabeça aqui que tá piscando?
Oi! Your factory's been going day and night. We can't stand the noise no more. Close it down for a bit or give us some double glazing.
Entendi. Eles estão reclamando porque a fábrica tá muito perto e tá fazendo muito barulho, né? Tá enchendo o saco deles. Então é isso que eles estão reclamando.
Some people are never happy. They're obviously not happy living next to a loud factory. Better keep them sweet by getting your work team out of there.
Who's there? Righto.
Tirar eles da construção, eu acho.
That was easy to
Yes.
deal with. They're not
Okay.
always as simple as that.
Pelo que eu vi, você não precisa de deletar a fábrica direto. Você só pode tirar os trabalhadores, que a fábrica, sem trabalhar, ela não faz barulho, né? Eu entendi.
However much you have, it's never enough. I think you need to buy some extra land for your next building project. Please
Comprar
select
mais
the world map icon.
propriedades, né? Terreno.
Use the left mouse button to select individual estates. The larger the estate, the more expensive it will be. Please select the Brompton estate. Now, buy the estate by clicking on the Buy Estate icon.
É um terrenão grande. Nem vi quanto
Now we've
custou.
got some more land, you can finally build your next home. Go back into your estate agent and see what's available.
Agent. Cara aqui, né?
Hello?
Não, fora, mano.
Now it's time to create another of the tenant homes. Once you have created at least one of each, it will unlock more variety. Please select a simple lodge this time.
Pode.
Right, you can now place this lodge anywhere on your new estate. You will see that you can orientate the house by moving it closer to one side than another. Or you can cycle through the directions by pressing the right mouse button. Once happy with the position, press the left mouse button to place it.
Ele tá falando que você pode apertar o botão direito para girar, ou independente da que você carrega o mouse, né, ele já gira um pouco automático. Ah, não, depois você já aperta o botão direito, ele fixa. E eu lembro que tinha nesse jogo que é uma parada de tipo, se você fizer casas, vocês estão vendo aqui que é o terreno que aumenta, né, ó. A casa continua do mesmo tamanho. É o terreno aqui que muda. Mas se você fizer casa com terreno apertadinho assim, o pessoal reclama também, sacou? Você não pode fazer casa apertada assim não. Virado pra cá. Acho que tá bom.
Now get those work teams on site to finish the building off.
O que chama, né? Igual.
Now you need to put a tenant in this new lodge. Please use the slob tenants again, like before.
Edit push and tenant. Tá. Vou colocar um morador aqui agora.
Oi! Hello? Oi! Hello? Oi! Hello?
Esse aqui tem mais dinheiro.
Oi!
A produção, esse daqui é melhor.
Hello?
Estresse.
Oi! Hello?
Vida.
Oi!
Dano.
Hello? Oi!
Vou colocar esse daqui de qualquer forma.
Each tenant has a certain life expectancy. You have a limited number of tenants, so you must breed more, so they will be ready for when you need them later in the game. Please instruct your new tenants to breed a level 1 tenant. Well done!
Aqui, clicar nesse
Now,
tenente.
to speed up the breeding process, you should improve their bedroom, like last time. Now, please improve their fence to keep them happy. A picket fence would look very nice.
pessoal já tá
Okay,
construindo.
if you're ready to move on, then we need to build the final low-grade property, a Soweto hut. Once you do this, it will unlock the next resource, a cement factory. Please select the estate agent. A larger garden will please your tenant more and make it easier to decorate the garden with objects.
Pegou
You
o
can
terreno
push
todo.
out the edges of the plot by holding Shift and pressing the cursor keys. Once happy with the location of your Soweto hut, place it by pressing the left mouse button. Now, get one of your
Righto.
work teams
Era isso que eu
on
queria, né?
site to finish this building off.
Enfim. Olha os caras construindo a rua aqui, que massa. Top demais. Já construí a rua toda até aqui. De pensar que...
Due to the high quality of your shacks, the council surveyor is going to let you build some proper houses after you've built the cement yard.
De pensar que esse jogo aí é de 1997, moçada. Olha que jogo top, velho. Hoje em dia não tem jogo assim nem fudendo, velho.
This house now needs a tenant who will start paying us rent. We have a business to run and we need to make money. Please select the greaser tenants.
Esses caras aqui que
Hello?
são mais ricos. Fazem dinheiro.
It is possible to force tenants to pay more rent. Doing this will make them less happy, which may cause you problems, so be careful. Now, let's push their rent up by at least 25%.
95%.
To make sure you keep track of what's going on in the world when inside a building, you can toggle the radar on or off by pressing the R key. Have a go before you exit the house.
Que velocidade deles, né?
To look after these new houses, please select your other repairman. Move
What do you
him
want?
to the Brompton estate and set him auto-repairing.
Ah, esses caras então eles só patrulham em um quarteirão, tá vendo aqui?
Alright, alright,
Então tem que vir pra cá e dar o auto repair aqui.
alright,
Que é isso?
alright.
Manda ele pra ali.
I think it's time to buy another larger estate to give you room to expand your empire.
Olha lá, o cara
Please
faltando o
buy the
resto ali.
Beaverbrook estate on the world map screen.
Hello.
Comprar mais terreno. Quanto custa essa parada aí? 8 conto. 8.480.
After building all the level 1 tenant houses, you can now build a cement factory on your new plot of land. Select the cement factory via the estate
fábrica de
agent and
cimento,
build
né?
this now.
Foi apertado aqui mesmo. Vida virado pra lá.
Now it's time to finish the building off. Get one of your work teams on site and start building. You don't have enough resources to finish the building. You will need to send a work team back to the resource to restock it before work continues.
O trabalho parou que tava sem madeira, né? Mandou o pessoal fazer madeira lá.
The cement works has been finished and is now up and running. Now start some real buildings. We ought to get another one of them repairmen circling this estate, but we don't have any spare. Here's how to knock out new ones in your HQ. If you click on the HQ icon in the top left using the right mouse button, it will scroll the map to its location. Alternatively, using the left mouse button will take you straight inside.
Se aperta o botão direito que ele vai direto para jogar aqui. O botão esquerdo seleciona.
This is your HQ screen, which allows you to monitor how many people and tenants you currently have or are in production.
HQ em produção. Aqui level 2 aqui.
In here, you can also convert workers into other characters. Convert 3 spare workers into a repairman by clicking the icon.
Você pode fazer uns caras virarem outros, então.
Now, set this new repairman to auto repair on the Beaverbrook estate.
Hello. Hello.
We now need a gadget factory to start
Hello, calm
manufacturing products to keep your tenants happy. Select the gadget factory and place it on your new estate. Now, get one of your work teams on site to finish this building off.
O pessoal tá infeliz aqui. O time aqui já vou parar de
Right,
fazer coisa aqui.
Hello.
A quantidade de
Don't
recursos
have
que eu
enough
tenho.
resources to finish the building. You will
Yeah,
need
right.
to send a work team back to the resource to restock it before work continues.
Mandar os caras lá trabalhar, fazer cimento.
Your factory has been completed, allowing houses and gardens to start being improved. Gadgets for houses, such as computers to create the next level of tenants, will soon be available. The gadget factory can be accessed by either clicking on its footprint or by clicking on the gadget factory icon on the left. Welcome to your gadget factory. Here you can build many items to enhance the inside and outside of your houses.
Aqui é a fábrica de acessórios que ele está falando, para coisas internas e externas das casas.
Planting trees in your tenants' gardens will give them the shade they need to dodge the sun's rays. It'll stop them complaining too. Select the trees icon and then click again to add it to the queue. The figure in the bottom right corner shows the number waiting to be produced.
Entendi. O número que fica embaixo é o que está esperando ser produzido.
You will
E o que
need
tá
to
pronto
call a
fica
work
aqui.
team into the building to complete the production. It's a shame money doesn't grow on trees that quickly. Now that they're in stock, you can choose where to place them by clicking the Deliver icon. Please put 2 trees in a single garden. Use the left mouse button to place a marker, and a delivery man will bring it to the site shortly. Just make sure it is in a legal position in the garden.
Vou colocar uma árvore aqui. 2 árvores.
Once you have placed all the objects that you wish to, press the right mouse button to exit the mode. Oh yes,
Righto.
I can smell their green
Righto.
fingers from here. Now return to the gadget factory to see what else will improve your tenants' lives. More gadgets are now available. The Okie Kokie 2000 is a state-of-the-art personal computer which will enrich child education. Build lots of computers so we can start producing better tenants. Now,
computador.
let's get one of these delivered to your posh Soweto hut. Select the Deliver button to have your delivery guy personally transport it. Target the Soweto hut and press the right mouse button to begin the delivery.
Hello.
Pegando o computador lá.
Plug and play. Let's go inside and check the gadget screen to see if they've turned it on correctly. Oh my! You can really see the 256 colours in all their glory. Gadgets can also be collected by the tenant himself to avoid waiting for a delivery. Now, with the computer installed, this property is able to produce next level tenants. Please select the level 2 tenant berth type. This level 2 tenant will be the perfect choice for our state-of-the-art bungalow. So let's go build one whilst we wait for the whippersnapper to mature. I've always wanted a bungalow. Get your work team on site to build it.
Tem um cara vermelhinho aqui, ó. Tem inimigo.
Production has halted. An enemy spy has wandered on site. We need to get rid of him as soon as possible.
Tacar ele. Porradaria comendo. Dá pra jogar maçarico nele.
Good job. Now
Fala.
to just finish off the building work. Now, time to get an appropriate tenant for this little box. Select either of the level 2 tenants, punks or
Listen,
students.
you.
The choice is yours.
Listen, you.
Hey.
Listen, you.
Hey.
Listen, you. Listen, you.
Hey.
Listen, you.
These guys will happily pay their rent every month, but there are quicker ways of making money. Let's step outside for a chat. Things in Constructor aren't always above board. A good way of making money is to steal someone else's hard-earned assets and then sell them quickly before someone comes knocking. To take over a property, first select one of your foremen. Now, take your foreman and his team to the beacon outside the gate of the enemy house by hovering over the beacon and pressing the right mouse button.
Righto.
Então, tem uns, como chama esses túneis aqui, como se fosse metrô, olha lá, eles teleportam de um lado pro outro do
Target
mapa.
your foreman at this house by hovering over the footprint and pressing the right mouse button.
Faz aqui. Não, essa casa aqui de baixo. Não, tá.
Here, you. Righto.
Qual delas?
Here, you.
Aqui mesmo.
Once he has demolished the entire fence, the house will be yours.
Olha lá, ele tá trocando a cerca. Vai ser vermelho, aquela time vermelho tá passando pra ser verde.
Oh dear! Mario, the enemy's cousin, happens to be in town and he doesn't look happy.
Righto.
I think he might be saying hello to his little friend shortly. I walked you into that one, I'm afraid. It seems it's not always that easy.
O mafioso foi lá
Hopefully
com
they
arma.
can
Lá.
put it back together. Luckily, these foremen are a bit like cats, although without 9 lives. We're obviously going to need some underhand tactics of our own. Time to introduce you to the undesirables. We now have access to the hippie commune, home of the half-wit. Let's get one of those knocked up quick smart. These undesirable abodes take quite a lot of resources, so make sure you have enough and get your work team on site. Now, let's take a look inside the hippie commune by clicking on the base of the building. You seem to have got the lazy bugger out of bed. You can choose what to use him for by clicking on the pictures. Let's have us a street party. You can guide this dimwit by pointing where you want him to walk to and pressing the right mouse button. Let's start a party outside the enemy house to distract his people.
Fazer
When
uma
the cursor
festa.
goes green, you can select the hippie's target position. He's a bit slow, I'm afraid, but he'll get there in the end, because undesirables are not allowed on the Tube network.
Olha que pala, ele não pega metrô, não, ele vai andando.
You can track his progress by selecting the hippie and clicking on the follow icon. The camera will follow him all the way.
Vai fazer o pancadão dos hippies agora.
Watch him go. That should keep people distracted. So let's try taking that house over again using your foreman. Please select a foreman and target the house using the right mouse button.
Olha que pala, velho. Os caras
You can
dançando lá.
speed up the process by using multiple foremen. And you can use your workers to ward off anyone who tries to stop you.
Righto.
Desorque. Vamos ver. Deixar eles ficar tudo junto aqui, porque se der treta, né?
Here, you.
Olha lá a moçada dançando lá. Que comédia, velho. Beleza.
Well done. You successfully took over that house. You should sell it now to make a quick buck. Go inside the house and click on the sell house icon. Right, I think I've spent enough of my precious time trying to teach you the ropes. You, my son, need to step up to the mark and take over day-to-day running. Now get a wriggle on and get some of the available houses built. I'll be in touch. Don't call me, I'll call you. Kids these days.
chega pra fazer.
Righto. Hello. Righto.
Por acaso ela já tá.
Righto. Righto.
Empurrar pra fora, né?
Righto. Righto.
Vai fazer
Righto.
madeira lá. É, tem uns caras destruindo nosso negócio ali, velho.
Righto. 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 Alright, calm down. Alright.
What's going on here? I'll leave you alone for 5 minutes and utter mayhem has broken out. Undesirable characters are rampaging about
barulhada do
destroying
caralho.
our property empire. We're ruined. You must have really upset the neighbours good and proper this time. I think I'll leave you to deal with things here.
Era pra dar GG mesmo.
Aw, bad luck. Your HQ was blown to smithereens. Sweet dreams, sucker.
Show de bola. Acho que esse é o tutorial, né? Play game. Será que tem campanha? Esse aqui é o jogo contra os computadores, né? Depois a gente vai jogar eles. Design, missões, deixa eu ver qual é. Uma missão ainda não tem não. Design aqui.
You can design your town by placing any of the houses, fences and gadgets you have already built in past games. To set up the other team's houses, click the coloured icon in the bottom left to change team. Time will be frozen until you click the start button in the bottom left.
Vai editar a parada.
Hello, this is Constructor. Are you receiving me?
E o multiplayer, né? Se está funcionando. Tá funcionando aí. Show de bola. Vou encerrar a live por aqui. Eu só queria fazer o tutorial. E outro dia eu faço aí um multiplayer pra vocês. Ou uma missãozinha contra o computador aí pra ver qual é que é. Valeu, obrigado e fui.